Khloe Kardashian is determined to support Scott Disick and won't abandon him, even though Kourtney has moved on. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and updates. Khloe Kardashian and Scott Disick have been the subject of endless rumors and speculation, with many reality TV fans convinced that their close friendship is nothing more than a ploy for ratings. However, according to a source close to the Kardashian family, their bond is entirely genuine, and they spend far more time together than most people realize, whether Kourtney Kardashian, Khloe's older sister, approves or not. The insider revealed that Khloe has no intention of cutting ties with Scott, despite Kourtney having moved on with her life. For Khloe, Scott is family, and that's a relationship she values deeply. Scott, who is now 41, has been a part of Khloe's life since she was in her early 20s. Over the years, he has become like a brother to her, always protective and supportive. The source explained that Scott has been a constant presence in Khloe's life, especially during some of her most challenging moments. When Khloe was going through her highly publicized divorce from Lamar Odom and later dealing with Tristan Thompson's infidelity scandals, Scott was there for her every step of the way. He provided a shoulder to cry on and did everything he could to help her through those difficult times. According to the insider, Khloe sees Scott as someone who has always been, ride or die, for her, and she has no plans to abandon their friendship just because Kourtney has moved on. Kourtney, who is now 45, and Scott were in a relationship for 9 years before they split in 2015. The former couple shares 3 children: Mason, 15, Penelope, 12, and Rain, 10. Since their breakup, Kourtney has found love again with Travis Barker, the drummer for the band Blink-182. The two, who were longtime friends before becoming romantically involved, began dating in early 2021. Their relationship quickly progressed, and they tied the knot in a civil ceremony in Santa Barbara, California, on May 15, 2022. Just a week later, they celebrated with a lavish wedding in Portofino, Italy. The couple welcomed their first child together, a son named Rocky 13, on November 1, 2023. Despite Kourtney's new chapter with Travis, Khloe's close relationship with Scott has reportedly caused some tension between the sisters. The source revealed that Kourtney is bothered by the fact that Khloe has chosen to remain so close to her ex. Khloe's decision to have Scott as her first guest on her podcast, Khloe in Wonderland, which premiered on January 8, only added fuel to the fire. During the episode, Khloe and Scott addressed the ongoing rumors about their relationship, with Scott joking about the wild speculation that has surrounded them for years. He even shared a humorous anecdote about his late parents, Bonnie and Jeffrey Disick, who used to ask him if the rumors about him and Khloe were true. Scott recalled how his parents would jokingly ask him if he had gotten Khloe pregnant, to which he would play along and say, "Yes, Dad, I got Khloe pregnant." Khloe, however, was quick to shut down any misconceptions, clarifying that Scott had never gotten her pregnant. The podcast episode also touched on the fact that fans have long been curious about the nature of Khloe and Scott's relationship. Khloe revealed that when she asked her followers who they wanted to see as a guest on her podcast, Scott was the top choice. She also shared that the 2 most common questions she receives about Scott are whether they have ever hooked up and why they aren't married. Scott responded to the first question with his typical humor, enthusiastically yelling, "F*******, yeah." Before Khloe quickly interjected to set the record straight, saying, "No, we haven't." Scott then got serious, calling it psychotic that people would think he and Khloe had ever been intimate. He pointed out that he has children with her sister, making the idea of them being together even more absurd. Khloe added that if they were ever in a relationship, they would likely face intense backlash, calling the notion disgusting. Throughout the episode, Khloe and Scott's banter and genuine affection for each other were evident. They laughed, joked, and shared personal stories, giving listeners a glimpse into their unique bond. Khloe made it clear that she values Scott's friendship and sees him as an important part of her life. She also emphasized that she isn't interested in trash-talking Kourtney or sharing her sister's secrets with Scott, despite what Kourtney might suspect. However, the source noted that Kourtney remains uneasy about their closeness, especially given Khloé's decision to prioritize Scott over her when it came to the podcast. Khloé, for her part, doesn't seem to understand Kourtney's perspective and becomes defensive whenever the topic of her relationship with Scott is brought up. She views Scott as family and believes that her bond with him shouldn't be a source of conflict. The source added that Khloé feels Scott has been a loyal and supportive friend, and she isn't willing to turn her back on him just because Kourtney has moved on with her life. The dynamic between Khloé, Scott, and Kourtney is a complex one, shaped by years of shared history and intertwined relationships. While Kourtney has found happiness with Travis and started a new chapter in her life, Khloé and Scott's friendship remains a constant. For Khloé, Scott is more than just a friend, he's family. And as far as she's concerned, that's a relationship worth preserving, no matter what anyone else thinks. As the Kardashian family continues to navigate their highly publicized lives, one thing is clear, Khloé and Scott's bond is here to stay. Whether it's through their playful banter on her podcast or their unwavering support for each other during tough times, their connection is as strong as ever. And while Kourtney may have her reservations, Khloé is determined to stand by Scott, proving that some friendships can withstand even the most complicated family dynamics. Meanwhile, Khloe Kardashian is stepping out again after her sister Kim expressed concern that she wasn't fully enjoying life. Khloe is showing her support for her friend Lauren Sanchez's new book and has been encouraged by Kim to get out more instead of staying home. Khloe has always been there for the women in her life, and Lauren thanked her for attending the launch of her book, The Fly Who Flew to Space*. Now that Khloe is embracing her 40s, she is making an effort to spend more time outdoors. Although she usually stays home with her children, Tatum and True Thompson, and her brother Rob Kardashian's daughter, Dream, she recently attended a beautiful Indian wedding with Kim. Recently, Khloe was joined by Kim and their mom, Kris Jenner, at Lauren Sanchez's book event, which took place in a lovely outdoor setting surrounded by trees. During the last season of The Kardashians, Kim expressed her worries that Khloe wasn't living her life to the fullest and encouraged her to get out more instead of hibernating at home. Despite Khloe's insistence that she enjoys her time indoors, Kim continued to push her, saying, "Get out and live your life or stay miserable." Khloe responded by suggesting that Kim was projecting her own issues onto her. Now, Khloe is being recognized for her support of the women in her life. Lauren was very grateful for her presence at the book launch, where Khloe wore a stylish blazer. Fans were quick to notice Khloe's outdoor outing, with one commenting, "Not you being outside. You look beautiful." Many others agreed, praising her appearance and noting how wonderful it is that she stepped out of her comfort zone to support her friend. One follower remarked, "It's amazing how you support your family and friends. Very beautiful." Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.